Real quickly before we get started, I'm just going to say this is a discussion, so opinions can change, thoughts can change, you know, depending on how the card might change overall. Yeah, so, you know, based on past experiences, things can obviously get better, but then again, based on past experiences, I got some words for this. So, without further ado, let's start the video. What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we got some big news when it comes to Dokkan. I know I'm like 23 hours late from this. By the moment this was posted by Team Dokkaner, I was in bed. I was just like, oh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I really don't feel like making a video, so I'm gonna make it now because I've been doing apartment searching in Tokyo and everything like that. But yeah, anyway, so the big news came that both Global and JP, yes, this is gonna be a joint little thing apparently, where we are gonna be getting a brand new Transformation Vegeta for Sand Day. As you guys don't know, Saiyajin Day or Sand Day is coming up on the 18th Japan time. So that's Monday. That's 2 Mondays from now. Yeah, that's next Monday. Yeah, I don't have to move just yet. Jeez, I'm freaking out because of all this moving stuff up to Tokyo and everything. But nonetheless, so that's kind of the big thing, right? It's cool that Global and JP are gonna be doing the same thing. Maybe we'll see a raid or something like that. We don't have any other information on the little celebration stuff. I'm assuming probably Thursday this upcoming week we'll probably see it. Japan time would be my guess, like kind of like, you know, little snippets of what celebration we can expect, and then something else. I don't expect a summoning video from me, unfortunately. I'll maybe have like 100 stones and I'll just do a quick off-camera summon because I gotta save every little penny that I can for trying to move up to Tokyo, because of course this is a long last minute. So, but it got me thinking. My initial thoughts, if you saw my little post on Twitter, I just did a facepalm emoji basically going like, great, another transformation unit, huh? Where have we seen this before? And oh, great, that means you're never really gonna see the final transformation. So, I guess the leak from Team Dokkaner, and I would say 99.9% you can believe this because he has been on point with all his information. Like the only thing, if I remember correctly, that he has not been, it was the Goku Black for the World Tournament Prize, which funny enough, we are getting this actually upcoming weekend, or I guess technically next weekend at the time of this recording. But other than that, he has been on point with everything since 250 million download celebration, because that's when we really start to see all these leaks and everything. So that's really cool. I believe him when the stuff's coming out. Again, we don't know information about this transformation Vegeta. All we know is he's going to start as a Super Saiyan. He's going to go Super Saiyan 2, or no, sorry, he's going to go Super Vegeta. He's going to go Super Saiyan 2, then God, then Blue. Okay, so that's all we know. We know that he will be doing the same thing as Goku and the Frieza right now. So that's something to keep in mind right there, okay? Now, of course, like I said before, we don't know anything about the passive skill. We don't know anything about the leader skill. We don't know if a leader skill and passive are leaked and then all of a sudden they change it at the last minute. They've done it a couple times, not a lot, but they have done it a few times. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. But, my initial thoughts when I originally saw this, I'm just like, okay, Goku and Frieza, right? The transforming Goku and Frieza. Let's go back in time a bit to the 250 million download celebration, which, funny enough, we actually did celebrate together with Global. So the fact that all these 3 transformation units are being celebrated at the exact same time is pretty cool. So I'm all for that. But I remember when those cards came out, and initially we all thought like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, the transformations are actually looking decent. The super attacks are kind of not the greatest, so you cannot deny that. Super Saiyan 1 through 3 were literally just copied and paste from your very basic Kamehameha, so that was a little bit disappointing. Frieza didn't really have anything else to draw from, so you kind of had to use that. But then when you got to the super attack of the Golden and Super Saiyan Blue transformations, they were pretty cool. So I am curious what to see how the Super Saiyan Blue for Vegeta and also use God form. Is it just gonna be copy and paste from the movie, or will it be simply something new? So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But anyway, so that happens. So like, okay, let's see what happens when we get the cards into our hands. And it took me quite a while to finally pull my first one. I had 0 dupes in them for like the last 6 months. I finally pulled a couple with year 4. But one thing you start to notice pretty fast with these teams, I mean, granted, the leader skills weren't, you know, we weren't going with other leader skills, right? Yeah, they were rainbow leader skills, but that's pretty much all they were, right? Either a hero's lead or a villain's lead. But you really started to notice right away that 9 times out of 10, you would maybe get Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan God with Goku, and then with Frieza, you got to the 3rd or 4th form. Very rarely did you actually see the Golden form and the Super Saiyan Blue form, right? Unless, of course, you're trying, or maybe you were like very new to the game, especially with the 250 million download celebration. A lot of new players came back, and so they had to kind of rebuild their accounts. And so yeah, sometimes you might actually constantly see the Super Saiyan Blue or this Golden Frieza, depending on which one you went for. But I just remember after a while, it's just like, these guys are really not that impressive. Like yeah, they're strong. Goku mitigates damage, you gain attack and defense up every single time via super attack, and then you get an automatic critical at the time that you hit blue and golden. That's if you hit that at all, though. I mean, like, I've even seen average, what most people would maybe consider an average account going into Super Battle Road with some of these characters, and you maybe get to Super Saiyan 3 or 3rd or 4th form, depending on how long it takes. Because the way that these transformations works is they only transform when you get back into the field, essentially. So let's say if you're lucky enough, you get Frieza / Goku on the first rotation, you're like, okay, I am base, first form Frieza, or I'm Super Saiyan Goku, okay? They go away, second turn comes around, third turn comes around, they transform into second form or to Super Saiyan 2. They go away for the fourth turn, they come back to fifth turn, and they go Super Saiyan 3 / 3rd form. Rinse and repeat, it takes 9 full turns, assuming you got them on the very first rotation, or the third rotation technically, because they will transform then. You have to go a whole 9 turns to 10 turns just to be able to finally see their transformation, okay? Now, everyone knows my thoughts when it comes to transformation mechanics. There are some transformation mechanics that are really good, there are some that are iffy, and there are some that are just plain out bad, in my personal opinion. Everyone's, you know, allowed to have their own opinion, but objectively speaking, I would say I have not been the biggest fan of transformations. Looking cool? Yes, obviously, right? But maybe not so practical when it comes to gameplay and everything. So 9 to 10 turns to wait for a transformation. Because let's face it, you are not no one in their right mind is summoning simply because it's like, oh, I can just look at Super Saiyan 2. No, you're not. You're looking for the final transformation to go up to God, Super Saiyan Blue, Golden Form, whatever it is, right? You're looking for those final forms. You want to see those final forms. 10 turns is a lot in this game. It really is. So the moment Dokkaner posted that and I posted my little reaction to it on Twitter, I was just like, are you serious? We're going to start in Super Saiyan form. So let's go through this just like we would know beforehand. Super Saiyan, Super Vegeta, which would be your 3rd turn. 5th turn would be Super Saiyan 2. 7th turn is going to be Super Saiyan God. 9th turn is going to be Super Saiyan Blue, assuming you get him on the 1st or 3rd rotation. Akatsuki, did we not learn anything from this? Now, I'm looking purely right now at the transformation part of this, okay? I'm just going to say it right now. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of these 9-turn restrictions to get a transformation up to where we need it to be, okay? I'm not a fan of that. I truly am not. So it's a little sad that, unfortunately, even if you pull this Vegeta, okay, he could have the best leader skill in the game, which, let's face it, it's Vegeta. They always shaft him a little bit. And again, I'm also going to say that I don't know what his passive is. His passive could be really good. It really could be. And I'll be like, okay, you know, 2 thumbs up for Vegeta. Finally getting a decent passive and everything. But there's always going to be that part in the back of my mind that's just like, why did we have to do this transformation thing to go 9 bloody turns? Like, seriously, why 9 turns of all things? Because let's also face it, hardly anyone's ever going to see that. Unless you are purposely trying to extend the battle. Right? Unless you are purposely trying to extend the battle or something like that, you're never going to see Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. You rarely are. Maybe even rarely see God. It's very weird, okay? Now, I don't know what the passive will be. We don't know what the leader skill is going to be. And by the time some of you might be watching this, maybe it's already Thursday or Friday time, and we're like, oh, well, we already know what stuff is coming. So, you know, hey, passive and leader skill is pretty cool. SAs all look really cool and everything, although let's face it, probably Super Saiyan and Super Vegeta are going to be maybe Final Flash or something. Oh, no, Final Flash should definitely be on the Super Vegeta. Super Saiyan 2, they could be a little bit different, but they're probably just going to be, you know, kind of cut and repeat essays that we've seen before until maybe God and then Super Saiyan Blue. So that's nothing really new that we're expecting, right? But I don't know what it is. I love the concept. I love the concept of being able to see a transformation on the screen, right? You go to your next turn, you know, it's like, man, that transformation kicks ass or something like that, you know? I am all for that. I really am. Just not the execution for these. And I know a lot of people are going to be going down in the comments right now and being like, man, this talent guy just keeps on nagging and nagging and complaining and complaining. Be thankful for what you got, man. I'm like, I know. And I'm not saying that this guy's just bad, pathetic, don't summon for him, none of that. Your stones in the end. You're allowed to do what you want, but I don't know. I wish that they had just handled it a little bit differently is all I would say. You know, why not have him start as Super Saiyan, skip Super Vegeta? We saw that once, maybe twice at max in the Cell Saga. Why do we need to go back to it again? We don't need to see that. I would say Super Saiyan. Then I guess I could push for Super Saiyan 2, but even then it's kind of pushing it. I would still just simply say Super Saiyan, God, Blue. That is still 6 turns, 5 to 6 turns at the minimum. That is right on point with Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and a lot of the other decent transformations in the game. Why have these things? And I know some people's going to go like, well, it's because it's the series, right? They did it for Goku, they did it for Frieza, right? And unfortunately, I think Frieza is what breaks us because, you know, we've only seen those other forms once. And then now it's just simply, oh, we see Frieza in his 4th form now, right? And then he goes golden, he goes back to the 4th form or anything like that. So, unfortunately, I know it's because of that, and it's authentic and everything, and it's showing the history of him and everything like that. But it's like, yeah, but gameplay-wise, it's not very fun. So, I don't know. I feel like I could just keep rambling and just keep going like, you know, oh man, down with the transformations and everything like that. But in the end, some transformations have been really good in the game. I just want to get that out of there, okay? Some transformations have been good, some have been okay, some have been just, I'm just going to say, absolute garbage, okay? So, let me hear your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. What do you think about a transforming Vegeta? Do you think the card's going to be good? Do you think he's going to be bad? Do you think he's going to be good, but the transformation's going to suck, that you're never really going to see that final transformation? What are your thoughts on everything, okay? My final verdict will come once we see the leader skill, the passive, the essays, all that stuff, okay? I will judge the card when, you know, we actually see the card, right? These are just my initial impressions just based on what Team Dokkaner has told us, okay? But in terms of just looking at the pure transformation section of it, I'm not a fan of it. I really am not. And Vegeta is easily one of my favorite characters in the entire series, so I don't know. Again, we'll have to wait and see. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys, of all that fun stuff. Leave a like if you liked the video. Sub if you happen to be new. We are really close to hitting 50,000 subs. We're at like, what, 47,500 or something like that. We're getting close to it at least. If we can try and hit that goal, I have a goal of trying to hit 50K by the end of March, which, funny enough, now is the time that I'm going to be moving to Tokyo. So it'd be really helpful if you can if you guys can help me hit that and you enjoy this content, slap a like and hit that sub button as always. And I don't know, by I'd say Thursday or Friday time, we should know some more information about the Vegeta. So keep it here, and I'll translate everything the moment I can. So anyway, that's me for the video, though. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.